Hello. Oh dear. I've got to fucking do something about all these wires under my bed desk. It's becoming an issue. Okay, so if you've guessed by the title of this, I recently watched a show called Inkmaster, which is this US game show, well, reality game show about tattoo artists who want to be labeled as Inkmaster. And I think the prize is something like about $100,000, and they get like, well, it's strange. They refer to the people that are getting the tattoos as canvases, and then it's all about basically just giving them a tattoo according to the criteria, and finally, and then they whittle it down to there being only one left. The idea, though, usually scenarios like this kind of work really well for something like MasterChef because the contestants have to make obviously like a very particular dish, be it a cake or a salmon dish or something like that. When you're having to follow a brief to give it to someone with a tattoo, you would have to choose somebody very, very in particular. Because I'm not entirely certain because I don't actually have any tattoos myself, but. Then comes like the big thing because I'm going to absolutely watch this show. I'm just very, very concerned I might actually like throw something at the screen because from what I've saw so far, it involved a girl called Natalie and this tattoo artist called James Danger, and throughout the entire display, it was Natalie going off James for like being nervous, and James, okay, to be fair to Natalie for a second, James did look very nervous, but you know what? When you have somebody like this nitpicky and this over demanding, breathing down your neck, I would have been like a little bit apprehensive about it as well, and I felt James handled himself spectacularly well. I mean, first of all, this was a big guy, but he looked like he was gonna fall into, what's the word? He was gonna be in tears. The poor man, I've never seen anybody look so shaken, and there was nothing this poor man could say that was going to get Natalie to change her mind, because Natalie wanted a simple phoenix tattooed onto her, despite the fact that phoenixes are very complex. There's things like fire, there's texture in the wings, there's feathers and stuff like that. It would have been, when you're saying do something simple, and you see, and they have all of a lot of their designs put up, and James's designs look fucking amazing, I must be honest. And when she like just she and then they do like one of those segments where they get her like backstage and go, when there's a difference, don't pretend I'm not there. I'm an actual person. Fuck me. Listen, guys, I'm very, very anti, violence against women. And I absolutely mean that, because I mean absolutely what I'm going to say next. If anybody came up, spoke to me like that and pretend to be, I would have gotten the pen and literally have scarred my name probably across the back of her neck. Do it somewhere where it would really, really hurt. Because to be honest, the way, and then James has a conversation with a few other artists when they're like just ready to get ready. These guys, they're like, well, I wouldn't want to get tattooed by somebody who was an asshole. This fucking douchebag with a fucking pork pie hat and a fucking 6 foot long red beard. And this fucking guy won that year. And he starts going off on saying this James Danger guy was an asshole. Now, I have not seen the whole of like James's experience on it. Maybe I'm missing something, but fuck me, give this guy a break, please. This poor man, like why? And then this fucking other guy, fucking dresses like he dresses like in like some gay grey purple shirt, a tie, has glasses, has like his hair all slick back and probably oiled into place, and literally goes, "That is absolutely the wrong way to behave in front of your canvas. You have got to be able to distill the situation. I've never heard of anything so fucking robotic in all my life. Jesus. How is it you get... Oh, God. So, yeah, between them and Natalie, I wanted to strangle this show. I've not seen really much of it, but what I have seen has made me feel very... Oh, and also, the woman walks out. And all that... And so the only other option, because they didn't give James a replacement person for the tattoo, so they had to first of all, I just want to say this woman Natalie, she was literally only on this to probably get a free tattoo and probably some time on television. That's literally all she wanted out of this. It was got nothing to do with James or his well-being whatsoever. James literally, oh God, I have never felt so bad for... you know what, I'm gonna go onto Instagram after this because I know he's on it, because they obviously, they give the handles out and that on the show. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to apologize for him for what's happened, because I have never felt so fuming. I'm fuming just thinking about this. And then at the end, at that towards the end, when the judges look for someone to eliminate someone, the judges are like, no, when you deal with a bad, with a troublesome customer, you've got to, basically kiss their ass. They pretty much did use the word kiss their ass. And I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Can I just say something right now? Because it was really James Danger versus the world from what I saw. But can I just ask a quick question? And I'm going to say this again. This may be a very arrogant thing for me to say. Are all Americans this mean-spirited? Are all Americans this contrived? Are all Americans this entitled and unreasonable? I hope not. I really hope not. And blah blah. And then the other guys were reveling in all of this. Well, that just... Why? Because apparently there was another guy as well who was eliminated because some girl was literally moaning and bitching about every single thing this poor guy was doing. I feel nothing but anger, resentment, and just I don't understand this show. I can't take this show seriously. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys the clips in full when I do a full video on it, but no, there is no way this show can literally be this mean-spirited. This was possibly one of the most mean-spirited things I've ever seen. And I know, yes, it is a competition, but there is being a competition, and then there's you orchestrate things in such a way that you make it almost impossible for one person in particular to win, and then you expect us to cheer that he's gone. You can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do that. That makes you look biased. That makes you look cruel. That makes you look like you've literally brought him on just to embarrass him. This whole show, I think, embarrasses people or plays towards people who are just as toxic as the people they're inking. Now, again, this isn't true for everyone. I hope. There's probably a lot more I haven't seen yet, but you've got there's got to be more to it than this. At least I think so. But from what I've seen so far, I hope James Danger is doing a lot better right now. You know what? He does not need that show. The show needed guys like James Danger. Good luck, young man. At least you've got me behind you. I'll happily go and get a tattoo from you any day. Your designs look fucking awesome. Anyway, rant over. Expect to hear something about this in the next couple of days. I'm pretty sure they don't want me on the show right now.